Hello viewers, welcome to our channel. I will tell you the important news of the day. But before that, quickly subscribe to my channel. And press the bell icon next to it and give a like to the video. Your like encourages us to make more videos. Paulie Malignaggi aims brutal dig at Mario Barrios, predicts Pacquiao vs Barrios winner. Paulie Malignaggi has given his prediction for Pacquiao vs Barrios. Manny Pacquiao is set to return to action on July 19th, taking on Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title. This marks Pacquiao's return to action after a hiatus of almost 4 years, as his last fight was in 2021 against Denis Ugas. Pacquiao, now 46, last won against Keith Thurman in 2019. While he is an accomplished legend who won world titles in 8 different weight classes, Pacquiao's return in his mid-40s is surprising. Paulie Malignaggi has given his prediction for the upcoming fight, and he's far from impressed by Barrios, claiming that the 30-year-old is getting worse with every fight. Malignaggi said, "I think if the welterweight division was more competitive, Manny wouldn't come back. I think he's picking a moment where he sees an opportunity." He continued, "Mario Barrios not only continues to not impress, he looks like he's getting worse, and he wasn't that good to begin with. In a weak welterweight division, a guy like that has picked up a world title. I think Manny sees an opportunity to step in and create a historic moment for himself." Malignaggi was asked whether he'd make a comeback to take on someone like Barrios, and he went on a brutal verbal demolition of Barrios, saying, "I think anybody would step in against Barrios. Anybody has a chance of beating Barrios. I think Barrios sucks. I am in shock to see that guy is a world champion." More, Freddie Roach admits he didn't want Manny Pacquiao to come out of retirement. Malignaggi, however, brought up that Pacquiao looked very bad in his exhibition bout against DKU in December 2022. He said, "Manny did look really bad in the exhibition with the Korean guy. So, we don't really know what Manny has left. Even at his age, no matter how bad Barrios is, there's a possibility that Manny is that shot." Malignaggi further added, "The curiosity of this fight is who's gonna show up worse? Barrios, who sucks and he's getting worse every single fight, or Manny, who's 46 and probably not for his best health to be fighting. Manny Pacquiao can dominate Mario Barrios," says Freddie Roach. Manny Pacquiao's head trainer Freddie Roach made a bold claim about the upcoming fight against Mario Barrios when 46-year-old boxing icon Manny Pacquiao enters the ring against reigning WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios on July 19, 2025. It will have been 6 years and 1 day since his last victory in a professional fight, which came against Keith Thurman. It's no secret that there's a good deal of concern about Pacquiao coming out of retirement at his age, especially because he's facing a guy who's in his prime and hungrier than ever to prove a point against Pacquiao. Although there's also an argument to be made that Barrios is the perfect opponent for Pacquiao. Not only does he present an opportunity for Pacquiao to reclaim a world championship belt, thus cutting others who are more deserving in line, but many also believe Barrios is a beatable champion, especially if Pacquiao can land power punches in the early rounds. Another clear positive for Pacquiao heading into this fight is that he has longtime head trainer Freddie Roach back in his corner. This duo has been working together for over 20 years, and Roach's guidance and wisdom have been a key cog in Pacquiao's career. It's no surprise that Roach is confident heading into this bout against Barrios. However, a May 26th quote from an interview he did with Boxing Scene conveys just how confident Roach truly is, and then they asked me, "Who do you pick for Pacquiao to fight in his return?" I said, "We're going for one fight. We're going for the best fight. It's somebody that he can dominate. And I think that he can do it." Roach is quoted as saying about Barrios, of course, Roach saying that Pacquiao can dominate Barrios is far from a guarantee that it's going to happen. But it sounds like Roach believes his guy can get his hand raised on July 19, opening Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. Betting odds say it all. Manny Pacquiao opened as a significant betting underdog heading into his comeback bout versus Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title. Many believe Manny Pacquiao is fighting an uphill battle when he makes his return on July 19th to face WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios at the MGM Grand Arena in Las Vegas. The opening betting odds reflect just how tough a task it may be for the 8-division champion to become the second oldest champion in boxing history. DraftKings released its opening odds for Pacquiao versus Barrios, and it has the soon-to-be Hall of Famer as a significant underdog at plus 340. Barrios is a minus 500 favorite heading into the second defense of his title. Pacquiao, August 2nd, 62, 39 KOs. 46, hasn't fought since August 21st, 2021, when he lost a clear unanimous decision to Denis Ugas. In that fight, Pacquiao looked every bit his age at 42 years old, and 1 month later, he announced his retirement. 2 years later, Barrios, 29-2-1, 18 KOs, 30, faced Ugas, 27-6 with 12 knockouts, and won in dominant fashion, dropping him twice en route to a unanimous decision victory that earned him the interim WBC welterweight title. In 2024, Barrios was elevated to full WBC titleist after Terence Crawford vacated the belt to move up to junior middleweight. In his lone title defense, he exchanged knockdowns with Abel Ramos and fought to a split draw on the undercard of Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul on November 15th. Given the uncertainty surrounding Pacquiao after nearly 4 years out of the ring and how he looked in his last fight versus Ugas, it's well within reason for him to be a significant underdog. But if there was one champion for him to go after at welterweight, Barrios is likely his best bet compared to Unified Ring Magazine, IBF and WBA champion Jaron Boots Ennis, 34-0, 30 KOs, or WBO champion Brian Norman Jr., 27-0, 21 KOs, and as the old adage goes, the great fighters usually have one great performance left in them. Does Pacquiao still have that performance in him? Or was it used in his last win over Keith Thurman in 2019? The opening betting odds show that Pacquiao might be taking a leap too far trying to add another historic feat to his already pristine resume when he faces Barrios. The latest boxing news. Manny Pacquiao tells Terence Crawford what to focus on for Canelo Alvarez fight. Tyson Fury denies retirement U-turn rumors in latest Instagram video. Boxing tonight, May 24th, 25. Cards, start times, and how to watch every fight tonight. David Benavidez wouldn't be surprised with any Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford outcome.